This is chapter 25 of Flotsam. Wolves. Something about listening to wolves howl on a stormy night, or any night for the matter, is frightening. Their sound is the sound of melancholy nightmares, full of yearning that can never be filled. It is as if they were calling to the dead, waking up ghosts with their mournful cries, while disturbing those yet living. Briar and Tristan were sitting opposite each other in the grave, listening to howling growing nearer and nearer, until two wolves appeared above them, snarling and yipping. They heard voices talking in low tones. "Mr. Burnham," a voice said, "I think I've found something." "Is it the girl?" Mr. Burnham came up behind Mr. Heckler, shining a light into the dark grave. Mr. Heckler let out a whistle. "Boy, oh boy, would you look at all that treasure! Briar, Tristan, what in the world are you doing down here?" "Long story," Briar said, "but you two had better watch out. Loxy's still out there with Amy." Mr. Heckler's face grew dark. "Loxy? Has Amy?" "Yeah," Tristan caught it. "And Loxy's got his bow. If you're not careful, he will shoot you." "I know." "Nobody's going to get shot," Mr. Heckler said, giving the boys a hand up and out of the grave. "Just stay close behind me and Mr. Burnham here, and everything will be okay." Mr. Heckler bent down and let his wolf sniff Amy's old shirt once again. "Go find her, boys. Bring her home." The wolves let out another stream of woeful howls and took off down the side of the mountain. The group followed the wolves down, through the swampy graveyard, and over to the burned church house, where they paused before a body that lay in a crumpled heap before the now collapsed building. "Whose body?" Briar asked, standing a safe way off. "It's not Amy, is it?" "No," Mr. Heckler said, turning the body over. "It's Loxy. Looks like he's been burnt or something. Apparently the Loxys are magnets to lightning." "Is he alive?" Tristan wondered. Mr. Heckler checked for a pulse and nodded. "Yes, just barely. Mr. Burnham, go get some help. The rest of you boys stay with me, and help me look for Amy. It looks like Amy could be trapped under this collapsed building." While Mr. Burnham went to get help, Mr. Heckler's wolves combed over the broken boards of the church house, seeking Amy's scent. "I know she's under there," Briar said, staring at the collapsed building in shock. "It must have fallen in just after the big flash of lightning. She and her deer must have been in there when it went down. She's dead. I know she is." Tristan frowned and tossed a broken board to Briar's feet. "Quit sniveling and help me. If she's under this rubble, we need to find her. Fast." Briar nodded and helped Tristan heft a board off the pile. He went to lift another board, but stopped and pointed. "Look, the wolves have found something." Dropping the board and nearly knocking Tristan over, Briar scurried over the debris where the wolves who were standing in a circle, howling at Flotsam. "It's the fawn!" Briar cried, pushing bravely past the wolves to the deer. "Tristan! Mr. Heckler! It's Flotsam! He's alive!" Tristan and Mr. Heckler gazed at the deer wonderingly. "You know," Mr. Heckler said, "I have a premonition that this deer know where Amy is. See? It's a law, so that whenever someone does a good deed to another, it's up to the receiver to pay back the deed. Even if it is an animal, it's obligated to fulfill it. Amy was the first to find Flotsam when he was stuck in that ditch all by himself. Now Flotsam has led us to Amy. She's probably somewhere very near here. Boys, careful where you stand. This broken building is very dangerous." Tristan and Briar moved cautiously over the boards, while Mr. Heckler lifted up a particularly heavy piece of wall and tossed it aside. Beneath the piece of wall there was a crawl space big enough for a man to fit through. "I'm going in, boys. Holler if you see anything going to fall, 'kay?" "Be careful," Briar called, watching as Mr. Heckler disappeared beneath the rubble.